Good evening, viewers. Tonight we take a closer look at one of the most talked about and controversial leaders in modern Africa, Captain Ibrahim. The man at the center of a revolution reshaping Burkina Faso and reverberating across West Africa. But who is he, really? To some, Captain is a symbol of defiance, a bold young soldier who took power to reclaim Burkina Faso's sovereignty from foreign control. To others, he is a mystery emerging seemingly from the shadows of the military, rising to the highest office in the land with a mission that has surprised both allies and adversaries. Since assuming power in 2022, Captain has broken away from traditional political expectations. His speeches strike deep nationalist tones, and his policies aim to reclaim control over natural resources, secure the country from terrorist threats, and restore dignity to the people. He has expelled foreign troops, refused to bow to Western pressure, cut ties with France, and aligned more closely with regional neighbors like Mali and Niger. His vision is clear: a Burkina Faso that stands on its own, led by its own people, for the benefit of its own future. At just 34 years old, he became the world's youngest head of state, yet his leadership has already drawn comparisons to revolutionary icons. This is the story of Captain Ibrahim. But with great boldness comes global scrutiny. Who backs him? What drives him? Is he a transitional figure or the beginning of a new political era for Africa? Stay with us as we dive deeper into the story of the man reshaping Burkina Faso's destiny from military captain to revolutionary president.
Welcome to African Addict, your trusted source for the latest news stories and developments from across the African continent. From breaking headlines to inspiring achievements, political updates to cultural moments, we bring you the facts, the voices, and the impact that shape Africa today. Stay informed, stay connected, and join the conversation. This is African Addict, where Africa comes first. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for daily updates. Disclaimer: the content shared on African Addict is for informational and educational purposes only. While we strive for accuracy and fairness in our news reporting, we do not make any warranties about the completeness, reliability, or accuracy of the information presented. Opinions expressed in our videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the channel. Viewers are encouraged to verify details independently and form their own conclusions.
A new era begins in Burkina Faso as a young revolutionary leader emerges. Meet the dynamic figure at the helm of this transformation, Captain Ibrahim Traore. With his charismatic leadership, he has successfully navigated 2 coups d'état and now stands as the president of the nation. But who is Ibrahim Traore? What propelled him to lead the charge against the previous regime, and what plans does he have for his country's future? This is the story of how a soldier became the president of Burkina Faso. Born in 1983, Traore was only 19 when he joined the military academy. His rise through the ranks was meteoric, and he soon found himself at the center of the country's political turmoil. During the October 2022 coup, he played a pivotal role, establishing a transitional government and paving the way for a democratic transition. However, discontent over the pace of reform led to another uprising, and Traore seized power once again in September 2023. Now as the president, he faces the daunting task of steering Burkina Faso towards stability and prosperity. Can he live up to the expectations of his people, or will his legacy be overshadowed by the challenges that lie ahead? Only time will tell. When Ibrahim Traore took control of Burkina Faso in September 2023, he inherited a nation on the brink. The economy was stagnant, the security situation was dire, and the population was desperate for change. But Traore, the youngest president in Africa, had a vision for his country's future. He promised to tackle corruption, improve living standards, and restore security. And in just a few weeks, he has already made significant progress towards achieving these goals. One of Traore's first acts as president was to introduce sweeping changes to the government. He replaced the old guard with fresh faces, appointing technocrats and experts in their fields to key positions. This has injected new energy into the administration and has sent a clear message that Traore means business. He has also taken steps to address the country's security challenges. Burkina Faso has been plagued by a series of terrorist attacks in recent years, which have left thousands dead and displaced hundreds of thousands more. Traore has vowed to put an end to this bloodshed and has deployed the army to take on the militants. While it is still early days, there are already signs that his tough stance is paying off. The number of attacks has decreased since he took office, and the people are beginning to feel safer. But perhaps the most important thing that Traore has done is to give the people of Burkina Faso hope for a better future. He is a charismatic leader who is not afraid to speak his mind, and he has connected with the people on a personal level. Whether he can keep up this momentum and deliver on his promises remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, Ibrahim Traore is a leader to watch. He may be young, but he is already making a big impact and could well be the man to turn Burkina Faso around. The story of Traore's rise to power is nothing short of meteoric. Born in 1983 in the small village of Kaya, Traore always knew he wanted to serve his country. After graduating from the military academy in 2002, he quickly rose through the ranks, impressing his superiors with his intelligence and bravery. By the time he was 30, he was a captain in the Presidential Guard, charged with protecting the country's leaders. It was a position that came with great responsibility, and Traore took it very seriously. He was respected by his peers and trusted by his superiors, even though some questioned his ambition. They saw him as a rising star, destined for great things. But no one could have predicted the path that Traore would take. In September 2022, when a group of soldiers led by then Lieutenant Paul Henry Damiba overthrew the government, Traore found himself at a crossroads. He could have stayed loyal to the new regime and waited for his turn to rise through the ranks. But instead, he decided to act. Along with a group of like-minded officers, he planned a counter-coup, which they successfully executed, reinstating constitutional rule and placing Damiba in prison. Overnight, Traore became a national hero, the man who had saved Burkina Faso from tyranny. But his moment in the sun was short-lived. Some saw it as a betrayal, a sign that Traore had lost the support of the very people he had fought to protect. They wanted someone younger, someone with fresh ideas, someone like Ibrahim Traore. At first glance, Traore may seem like an unlikely hero. He is young, brash, and not particularly well known outside of military circles. But looks can be deceiving. Traore is a brilliant strategist with a deep understanding of politics and a charismatic leader who has won the hearts and minds of the people. He may not have Traore's experience, but he does have something else, a hunger for change, a desire to make Burkina Faso a better place for all. So what plans does Traore have for his country? What will his legacy be? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Ibrahim Traore is a leader to watch. He may be young, but he is already making a big impact and could well be the man to turn Burkina Faso around. Ibrahim Traore's leadership style is a refreshing change from the old guard of politicians who have been in power for decades. He is a young, dynamic, and energetic leader who is not afraid to shake things up. One of the things that sets Traore apart is his commitment to the people of Burkina Faso. He is a true champion of the underdog, someone who is not afraid to speak out against injustice and fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. This is evident in his policies, which are focused on tackling corruption, improving living standards, and restoring security. Another thing that sets Traore apart is his willingness to embrace new ideas and ways of doing things. He is not stuck in his ways and is always open to hearing different perspectives. This is why he has surrounded himself with a team of young, talented individuals who are experts in their field. Together, they have launched a series of initiatives aimed at modernizing the country and making it more resilient to the challenges of the 21st century. Despite the many challenges that he faces, Ibrahim Traore remains optimistic about the future of Burkina Faso. He believes that his country has the potential to be a great example to other African nations, a shining light of democracy, security, and prosperity. It is a bold vision, but one that Traore is determined to make a reality. Only time will tell whether he succeeds, but one thing is for sure, Ibrahim Traore is a leader who is not afraid to dream big and to fight for his vision. As Traore takes office, many are wondering what his priorities will be. Will he focus on the economy, security, or social issues? Only time will tell. However, one thing is for sure, Traore is a man on a mission. He has already made significant strides in his personal life and is now set to take on one of the most challenging jobs in the world. Leading a nation through turbulent times requires a steady hand and a clear vision. Traore will need to be at his best if he wants to succeed. Luckily, he is known for his ability to rise to the occasion. Those who know him describe him as a natural leader, someone who exudes confidence and inspires others to follow his lead. He is a man who is not afraid to make tough decisions and take risks. and he has already shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. However, Traore is not just a strong leader. He is also a compassionate man who is deeply concerned about the plight of his people. He knows that Burkina Faso is facing a myriad of challenges, and he will need to be both smart and empathetic in his approach to governing. He will need to listen to the needs of his people and come up with creative solutions to their problems. He will also need to be a unifying force, bringing together people from all walks of life to work towards a common goal. It is a tall order, but Traore is up to the challenge. He is a man who is driven by a deep sense of duty and a love for his country. He knows that he has a lot to prove, not just to the people of Burkina Faso, but to himself as well. He is a man who hates mediocrity, and he will not rest until he has made a positive impact on the world. In conclusion, Ibrahim Traore is a man on a mission. He is a leader who is not afraid to dream big and to fight for his vision. He is a man who is driven by a deep sense of duty and a love for his country. And he is a man who has the potential to make a real difference in the world. The story of Traore is one of inspiration. It is the story of a man who has overcome adversity and is now poised to lead his country to greatness. It is the story of a true African powerhouse. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.
Thank you for watching African Addict, your home for reliable African news and stories that matter. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest from across the continent. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a headline. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired. This is African Addict, bringing Africa closer to you.